Body really tells you what happens after the dialysis machine is switched off. People see the 4 hours you spend connected to the machine. But what happens finally when you leave the renal unit? That part of the story is rarely talked about. Because sometimes you walk out feeling okay. Sometimes you feel like you could conquer the world. And sometimes you just want to get home, lie down, and disappear into your bed. I am Locha. I'm living on dialysis. And today, I'm taking you through the first 24 hours after dialysis. The part nobody prepared me for. You come out of the machine, the first thing you notice is probably freedom. You are no longer connected to the machine. You can stand up, you can walk away, you can finally leave. But don't be surprised if your body doesn't immediately feel as excited as your mind. After a standard hemodialysis session, some people experience tiredness or exhaustion for several hours. Blood pressure can drop, and some patients experience weakness, dizziness, nausea, or muscle cramps. And that is when you realize, okay, dialysis is finished, but my day isn't necessarily back to normal. Nobody really prepares you for. You may leave the hospital looking perfectly fine, but inside, you are exhausted. Someone might see you walking and say, "You look okay." And you are over here thinking, "My friend, you have no idea." That's one of the strangest things about dialysis. You can look completely okay while your body is asking you to slow down. And for some patients, that post-dialysis fatigue can last for hours. Then comes the journey. This is where you really start negotiating with yourself. Should I walk? Should I take a matatu? Should I call someone? Can I run one quick errand before going home? And sometimes the answer is simple. Just go on. Because after several hours of treatment, your body may need time to recover. And if you have ever finished dialysis and thought, "Why am I this tired?" You're not necessarily imagining it. Fatigue is common, and sometimes debilitating experience among people receiving maintenance hemodialysis. And then there's food. Now this part can be confusing. You've spent hours in the hospital. You are tired. You get home, and suddenly you're thinking, "What am I going to eat?" But being on dialysis means food isn't always as simple as "I'm hungry, so I eat whatever I want." Your dietary needs are individual, and your dialysis team or renal dietitian should guide you on what and how much to eat and drink. So don't copy anybody else's diet from TikTok or YouTube just because it worked for them. Your kidneys are yours. There is the water bottle. And there is something many dialysis patients understand very well. Fluid. After dialysis, you may be thirsty, very thirsty, and your brain says, "Just drink the whole bottle." But your treatment team may have given you a specific fluid limit. Why? Because dialysis removes excess fluid but between treatments, fluid can build up again. Managing fluid intake is an important part of dialysis care. So sometimes you're sitting there looking at a glass of water like it's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. But you have to remember, go easy on the fluid. As the days goes on, you may start feeling more settled. For some people, there's relief. For others, there's exhaustion. And sometimes, there's strange feeling of, I just spent half my day fighting to stay healthy. Then tomorrow, you wake up and life continues. Work, family, bills, responsibilities, traffic, messages, everything. But you know something most people don't. You've got another dialysis session waiting for you soon. That's the psychological side people don't always see. But here is the important part. Not everybody experiences dialysis the same way. One person may finish treatment and feel completely normal. Another may feel exhausted. Someone may experience cramps. Another may have dizziness or nausea. And sometimes, symptoms can signal that something needs attention. So, if you're experiencing significant or persistent problems after dialysis, don't simply assume it. It's normal. And suffer silently. Tell your dialysis team or your doctor. They can assess what's happening and may be able to adjust aspects of your treatment. If I could go back and talk to myself before experiencing life on dialysis, I'd say, don't expect the machine to switch off and your body to instantly switch back on. Give yourself time. Listen to your body. Follow the plan your healthcare team has given you. And most importantly, don't be ashamed of needing rest. You're not lazy. You're not weak. Your body has just gone through something significant. Sometimes you wake up, maybe you're feeling better, maybe you're still tired, maybe you feel surprisingly normal, but there's one thing that's different. You made it through another treatment, another session, another day, another reminder that you're still here. And for living with kidney failure, sometimes that's something worth celebrating. This is the part of dialysis that doesn't always make it into brochures. The machine, the needle, the 4 hours, everybody talks about those. But sometimes, the real story begins when you leave the renal unit. And if you are already on dialysis, I'd love to know, what is your first few hours after dialysis look like? Are you exhausted? Are you angry? Are you thirsty? Do you go straight home? Or are you one of those people who somehow still has energy to run errands? Tell me in the comment section. And if you are here and you are new, my name is Locha. This is Locha on Dialysis, a channel where I share the real life side of kidney failure and dialysis from someone who is actually living it right now. Subscribe to the channel because the next video might answer a question you've been afraid to ask. And remember, dialysis may be part of your life, but it doesn't have to be the end of your life. I'll see you in the next video.